Richie says, Richie, this is a good question because I think it's like there's a lot of misinformation out there about it. But Richie says, are frames on complete bikes built with the same quality as buying the frame itself? And the answer is no, that they're not even, no, they're not even close for the most part. So there are a few bikes where the frame is the actual aftermarket bike, where the Sunday Darkwave is actually the Darkwave frame. The Sunday Soundwave is actually the Soundwave frame. What else? I was going to say the Sabrosa Novus, but it's not. And that was a big, made me angry. But anyway, there's a handful of bikes with those aftermarket parts being aftermarket frames. Williams is not actually the Williams frame, which is interesting. But anyway, there's a handful of bikes that it is the exact same aftermarket frame. The We the People Envy, the We the People Battleship, the We the People Revolver, those are all aftermarket frames. And the quality is different because say the frame on the Kink Whip. Yes, it's full chromoly, but it's more of like a mass-produced full chromoly. It doesn't have double-butted tubing. It doesn't have heat-treated chromoly. There's a lot of different things that go into the aftermarket frames to increase the strength and just to make it a much stronger bike. Those aftermarket frames, the reason that they cost just as much as the bike itself for the most part is because the quality is about 10 times better as a guesstimate. And that's why I really stress like full chromoly frames on a complete bike are almost a must, not because they're the best frames ever, but they're so much better quality than the high tensile steel option that you should have the full chromoly frame. And then as you progress with that, even that full chromoly frame that comes on your complete bike is going to break over time until you upgrade to a aftermarket frame that's going to cost $500. And so when you think about that the full chromoly frame that comes on a bike is still going to break over time as you progress, think about how fast the high tensile steel frame is going to break as you progress. And that's why it's like, I tell people like, don't even waste your time with the high tensile steel if you have the $200 more to get a full chromoly bike, because chances are if you keep progressing in the next few years, you're going to need a full chromoly after. The quality is not even really comparable. They're $500 for a frame for a reason. So good question though. That was a really good question. The light a little bit. Usually I have like 2 lights set up, and this setup seems decent though. It's not the same as the room with the LEDs. Sometimes I feel like I move around too much and then you guys can't hear me, but I rest my case. It's also so echoey in here that it's driving. I feel like I'm being really loud. Sorry, ADD. I got my ADDs going.